Next is one of my favorite parts of the whole lesson. Zoom into your own community. What patterns of population density, median age, and median net worth exist in your community? How do I do that? I'm going to go to the Mapping tab, and I'm going to find places. My community happens to be Denver, Colorado. So right now, I'm looking at most of Metro Denver. I'm looking at median age right now. I can change my layers at any time, right? Here's median net worth and population density. So it's interesting to look at patterns. If I look at the median net worth, for example, I can see that central Denver is relatively low, but there are some pockets of anomalous block groups and census tracts. Down to the south of Denver here, I've got a much higher median net worth. Interesting. What about median age? Wow, central Denver and south central Denver is quite young compared to the rest of Denver. Okay, we've talked about doing this for your own community and looking at patterns that might exist in your own community. Sometimes, though, the lack of pattern is just as interesting geographically as a pattern. How do the patterns change as you change the scale by zooming in and zooming out? Why? Let's take a look at that for Denver. So I'm looking at net worth. I'm going to zoom in, and I can see that not all neighborhoods are created equal. I've got some fairly high net worth neighborhoods juxtaposed adjacent to lower net worth neighborhoods. But even in the higher net worth neighborhoods, I can see that not all those are created equal either. How do you think these patterns will change over the next 20 years? And why? What other variables do you think would be helpful to understand the price of office space? Here in our lesson, we've looked at median age, median net worth, and population density. We've also looked at the imagery to look at the local land use. But what other variables do you think would be helpful to understand the price of office space? Now, using the Add Data button in ArcGIS Online, find out if those additional variables exist that you've identified in the previous question. Add them to your map and describe the patterns that you uncover. Let's take a look at that. That's over here under Add Content. So here's where I found the median age and the median net worth. You could enter other terms here in the Add Content window and start exploring those variables. In other words, these maps are fully customizable. Think of them as your toolbox for investigating this particular issue that we're uncovering right now.